May I come in, sir?
Yes, please do.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
You're Mr. Saurabh.
Yes, sir.
Saurabh, are you vaccinated?
Yes, sir.
Both dose?
Yes, sir.
And you're not having any symptoms, right?
No, sir.
Then please remove your mask.
Thank you, sir.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Will English be your preferred medium?
Yes, sir. English.
Fine, Saurabh. Then to begin with, I want you to introduce yourself in such a manner that your name is not repeated, your caste, your community or other identity markers are not revealed.
I graduated in 2012 with mechanical engineering degree. I belong to Azamgarh district of Uttar Pradesh. I had started working in Piaggio Vehicles Private Limited in 2012 and I worked there till 2015. Then I started preparing for civil services exam and in 2018 I appeared in SSC CGL exam where I selected as a assistant section officer, and since last month I am working as an assistant section officer, and my hobby is traveling and adventure sports. Recently I have done a basic monitoring course from Himalayan Monitoring Institute. Thank you, sir.
You're currently ASO.
Yes,
Which
sir.
department?
Ministry of Home Affairs.
Delhi based.
No, sir. Guwahati, in Guwahati office.
You're ASO in Guwahati. You're happy with your job?
Sir, actually happy but not completely satisfied.
Okay. And what made you think that getting into civil services in Bihar will be a better proposition than being ASO in the central government?
Sir, in ASO, I am just a supporting hand for Ministry of Home Affairs. But if I will join civil service exam, then I feel that where I can directly connect with people, I can directly involve with them and can solve the issues, or I can serve better, in better way.
Well, it may or may not be true, but what is true is that you were a mechanical engineer and you were into a core branch. You were with the Piaggio, you said.
Yes, sir.
That is into the automobile industry.
Yes, sir.
So you were in your core expertise.
Yes.
If that couldn't satisfy you, nothing would.
Actually, sir, when I was working in private sector, then I was feeling that I am working for a very limited scope and just for an organization, which is the main focus of organization is commercial. So that was not much satisfying for me. So I was thinking for to contribute, actually, that make me more satisfied. So that was in
You're
my
a
mind.
mechanical engineer.
Yes, sir.
Just think of a cog in that entire IC engine, for example, a camshaft.
Yes, sir.
If camshaft start believing that I am the one who's driving the car, which is partially true,
Yes, sir.
but not completely true. Same is here. You're getting into a whole machine, just a cog in the wheel. And you believe that you should be leaving your entire thing and coming over here will make sense. Don't you think that being in bureaucracy doesn't matter whether it is ASO or a DSP or a BDO? Ultimately, it is only a cog in the wheel.
Sir, actually, I wanted such job which where I can directly involve with people. I can go there and understand their problem and can do for them. Then so that I can make some change in society in basic problems. I can resolve them. That was in my mind.
So you're basically from Azamgarh.
Yes, sir.
Currently in Guwahati.
Yes, sir.
You're a geography student.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what are the geographical features when we compare Azamgarh with Guwahati?
The similarity
Yeah, both similarities and dissimilarities.
in similarities, both is the plain area, which is basically our in Azamgarh is basically a Indo-Gangetic plain, and Guwahati is a Brahmaputra plain. So both is fertile land, and in dissimilarities, I think there are some hilly areas, which is the part of Himalayan region, which is not in the Azamgarh.
Tell me, Assam is known for tea.
Yes, sir.
Right? What is geographically so special about Assam that tea is cultivated there and not in, say, for example, Gorakhpur or Azamgarh?
Sir, the first one is this hilly terrain, which is a gentle slope, which is a favorable situation for tea plantation. And second is high volume rain, continuous rain. And third is I think the labor, which is a skilled labor, which is available from around region Assam and West Bengal.
Why is it so that certain cultivations, for example, the tea or in some areas rubber, they are commercial in their nature, while many other agricultural crops in the country are not?
Pardon me, sir.
Tea, for example,
Yes, sir.
tea, coffee, rubber plant, these are commercial agriculture.
Okay, sir.
You have full-fledged companies running these agricultures, and there's a kind of a small corporate culture that's going.
Yes, sir.
But that's not true for other agriculture products, other crops. Why is it so?
Sir, like tea, rubber, and others are which is used in secondary sector of industries for finished good, which is further used by consumers. But in like other crops like wheat, rice, which is generally used by consumers, by local farmers for self-consuming purpose.
That's the only reason that other crops have subsistence farming as component. That's the only reason why these are not commercial.
And other is the profit that can be made by the industrialist and the farmers as well.
Thank you.
Saurabh.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, you are a resident of UP and you are coming to Bihar.
Yes, ma'am.
So what changes will you feel?
And changes just not much. Some cultural changes, and some kind of issues like which is more in Bihar, and some even better changes like there. I think there is more belongingness feeling among. They are more actually bonded with each other. So that will be a better thing also in Bihar.
So what issues are you talking here?
Issues, ma'am, like backwardness and issues like flood, drought conditions, and like education, and other like domestic violence, dowry systems, whatever. All these things are main issues.
They're not at they're not so much in Uttar Pradesh. You are saying,
ma'am, comparatively, it is lower side in Uttar Pradesh.
Very right. So tell me, what are the qualities you think that you have which make you suitable for this job?
Leadership quality and sense of responsibility, patience, and actually emotional connection with my duty, that I feel which is more important. Then only I can do better, I can serve better.
What do you mean by emotional connection with your job?
Ma'am, in absence of facilities like traveling or home, houses, or other facilities, I should feel that it is not more important than serving people. That is I'm thinking about emotional connection with job.
Okay. It is said that a civil servant should not be very emotional. Why is it said so?
Because just sometimes we cannot recognize the background of emotions. There may be some hidden agenda behind the emotions. So we should have emotional intelligence so that we can do balance and justify our work.
So there are 5 major steps of emotional intelligence. Can you tell me those?
Sorry, ma'am, I am not aware.
So Goldman gave 5 steps.
Yes, I cannot recall now.
You cannot recall.
Sorry.
It. Okay. So there is a very high emphasis on EV vehicles.
Yes.
And you have also worked in a vehicle company.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what do you see about how EV can transform Bihar?
Ma'am, the first thing is electric vehicle is cheaper, and that in sense of fuel cost, it doesn't require the petrol or diesel. So as income of Bihar people is comparatively low, so they can afford, and even a lower section of society can also afford. So it will be help in their day-to-day activities as well as their in their economic activities.
So is Bihar government doing something for this?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware.
You are not aware.
No, ma'am.
So my last question to you: give me a female role model from Rajasthan, from Bihar.
Sorry, ma'am, I cannot recall.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Saurabh, what do you understand by special category state?
There are few states in hilly region and northeast region which are categorized as special status due to some criteria like backwardness and difficulty of terrains and their strategic importance, and two other criteria are they are categorized as special category status, and they got some grants, special grants from central government.
Why Bihar is demanding for special category status?
Sir, Bihar is the backward state. Based on this criteria, they are demanding for
Backward
special
state, but
category state.
the hilly and terrain area, it is the prominent feature for the special category
Yes, sir.
status, and I don't think Bihar has the
Yes,
this feature. Then why Bihar is demanding this?
Sir, they are demanding based on socio-economic backwardness.
Socioeconomic backwardness.
Yes, sir.
Okay, why there is economic backwardness in Bihar?
Sir, there are many factors. Some
us.
are man-made and some are natural. In natural, there are climatic conditions like flood and drought, and in man-made conditions, some corruptions, instability in politics, and there is also backwardness in education and health sector that will make Bihar a backward states.
Okay, if you get the chance to improve the backwardness of the Bihar,
Yes, sir.
which program you will implement?
Sir, I will prefer to work first on education sector and employment generation.
What Bihar government is doing in this sector?
Sir, in education sector, they are opening new schools and better infrastructure in schools, and in employment generation, they are recently in COVID time they are started program for migrants workers who are returning from had been returning from Delhi or Mumbai or other cities.
There is particular some programs. Can you name them?
Sorry, sir, I cannot recall.
What is federalism?
Federalism is, sir, where central there is a dual government, central and state, both are acting together.
Okay. In federalism, where we are talk about cooperative federalism. What do you understand by cooperative federalism?
So in cooperative federalism, central government and state government working together for a common cause, where there is no conflict but together good development.
Is India a cooperative federalism?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just tell me if there is any conflict between Bihar government and union government on some issues.
Sir, in recent time there is no any major conflict, but some GST dues are is concerned.
First, there is demand for the special category state, which union
Yes,
government is
special
not
category
going to
Yes, sir.
admit, and there is demand for caste census.
Yes, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Lot of conflicts are there,
Yes, sir.
and you are saying there are cooperative federalism in India.
Sir, there is no perfect anything, but there are most of the thing in most of the times central government and state government are working together, but there are some issues like related to governor, and there are some minor issues is there, sir.
These are the minor issues.
Sir, actually,
According to you, these are the minor issues.
these are the short-term issues which doesn't overturn the everything, but things are going together. So I think, sir, it is not hampering a lot, as per, sir, my opinion.
Okay, Saurabh.
Yes, sir.
Saurabh, you mentioned that you like traveling, and in fact, you mentioned that you have completed a mountaineering course as
Yes,
well.
sir.
Tell me, what exactly is the difference between a knot and a hitch?
Sir, in knot, we,
Is all knots hitch or all
sir.
hitches knot?
sir, all knot is his, but all his is not knot.
No, it's other way around. But tell me, what exactly is the difference? When do we call a knot as hitch?
Sir, pardon me.
When do we call a knot a hitch? कब हम कहते हैं कि ये knot जो है hitch है?
Sorry, sir.
भूल
I
गए।
cannot recall.
No problem. Tell me, suppose there is a friend of yours
Yes, sir.
coming from, say, Europe, single women, solo traveler,
Yes, sir.
coming to Bihar
Yes, sir.
and asking you, where can I go in Bihar solo, safely, solo women?
Yes, sir.
What are the places you will advise her?
Sir, Bodh Gaya, and there are many places in Patna like Buddha Smriti Park and Golghar, and
Okay, tell me 3 places where you will advise that though these are nice places, but I'll advise you not to go solo.
sorry, sir, I cannot think about it any such places.
You believe that all Bihar is so safe that any women can go solo at all places? That's a big claim to make.
There may be some places, but I am not aware which are very dangerous or not good for solo trip for women.
If that been the case, we would see many solo women travelers all
Yes, sir.
around Bihar, which is, you'll agree, is a rare sight.
Yes, sir.
So you don't know Bihar well?
Sir, I know, but in not that term, which is not safe for women for solo trip, I cannot judge on it. This place
Okay.
is not safe for her.
So you'll rather push her to uncertainties rather than being safe?
Sir, first I will try to know such places, how safe it is, and what are the threat can be. Then I will advise her to.
Tell me why traveling is such a masculine activity.
Some social stigma. People believe that women should not go out, especially for solo trip or alone. And there are some also real threat, means for them
Okay, the safety security
safety
threats.
issues.
Right.
Sir. And sir, I think major issues are these both.
Fine, sir. Nice talking to you. Your
Thank you,
interview
sir.
is over. You can go now.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
बैठिए Saurabh.
Thank you, sir.
Saurabh, your interview is on 11th of June.
Yes, sir.
You have 10 days.
Yes, sir.
And is it going to be your first interview at the state?
Yes, sir.
Never appeared in UP either?
No, sir.
Okay. You are happy with your performance today, or you believe that it can
no,
be
sir.
a little better?
It can be
Better.
yes, sir.
Which area?
Sir, Bihar knowledge
Bihar.
and handling of some questions which are situation based.
How about the communication thing? You believe this is your best, or you can be a little bit
No,
more?
sir. I can be improved on communication side.
Communication.
Yes, sir.
See, Saurabh, you are a good candidate. You are already in service. You have tasted that success part, and that reflects well in your personality. So that part is definitely there. Your knowledge and preparation is definitely good. You have that element of integrity. Whenever you are asked a question, you know the question answer, you deliver it, and otherwise you simply say sorry, which is which is a good trait, which effectively means that you are honest. You're
Yes,
not
sir.
claiming something which you do not have. But coming to the communication, as such, you're good. You're carrying yourself well. Your entry is good. I'm assuming that you will not be wearing this dress, so I'm not commenting on the dress itself.
Yes, sir.
So that part, please dress according to that occasion. But in general, your entry is good. Sitting posture is good. Voice level, there may be a little infusing a bit energy will be in your favor.
Okay, sir.
Right now, it appears that the conversation can be a little bit more energetic. So that part you can maybe raise your volume a bit,
Yes,
and
sir.
speed maybe 10% more than this will be helpful, right? It should appear that it is coming naturally in the conversation rather than too slow. That
Okay,
should
sir.
be the case. Otherwise, in general, things are good. But when it comes to the content thing, you're generally very good. There are few places though which can be better handled, especially on the issues of Bihar. Not knowing Bihar, not able to give any Bihar role model, women
sir.
role model, is something that should not have been there,
Yes,
because you can understand it's not a matter of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
It's a matter of priorities and our sensitivities. It's not that knowing a few names is the issue. Issue is that whether you consider women important or not. That's the issue, right?
Yes.
Similarly, when you grade certain thing as small or big, be a little cautious there, right? It shouldn't appear that you are being casual at certain aspects of the current affairs or whatever. It shouldn't appear that you're value judging certain thing as small, which are not small. That's the idea,
Yes,
right? Otherwise, in general, it's good. You are able to handle the hobby and other section in general. But since you have recently joined, we have not asked many questions on your current work
Yes,
profile, but be prepared for that.
Okay, sir.
You can be asked on the current duties and things like that. I hope you'll prepare for that. Overall, I'm really happy. I'm sure you'll do very good,
Yes, sir.
right? All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can I ask about dress code? Should I
See,
wear
in general,
suit?
go formal. You are already a sitting officer in a sense, so I'll advise you to go formal as much as you can. Your shoes are good, your trousers is good, shirt is also not bad, but if you're wearing a tie, it will be good. Or if you want to wear a blazer, better.
Yes, sir. Sir, shirt should be completely plain or
See, there are no thumb rules about it, but thumb rule is it should be formal.
formal?
That's it, and it should look good on you. That's the idea. It should not be. It cannot be very ornamented. A lot of self design cannot be there. But plain shirt, maybe a little bit of self work. It should appear that this is a formal dress. That's the idea.
Oh, thank you so much. Sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.